All right, so we've got another, uh, well, I shouldn't say another Jericho video, but we've got another 2012 video. This one is Look Within 2012, and it's basically the same stuff again. This started out so interesting, and it's become so flat and boring to me. I kind of don't care anymore. I just want them to have whoever comes out come out and then just move on from there. I don't care
Kind of
about
like
these
Lillian
little vignettes
Garcia's
anymore.
announcing.
The This video, if anybody hasn't seen it, of course, you could go to youtube.com/lookwithin2012. The same kind
Okay.
of stuff. The little girl is still in it. Uh, Same kind of talking about castrations or something. I forget.
Or
The
he's just thinking
ball
it.
is still rolling across the grass. There's still a swing. Yeah, it's just I don't know what the deal is that they're supposed to be getting us excited about. I mean, the first video of this, very interesting. The second video, okay, maybe they're running out of ideas. The third video, really?
Well, apparently they're saying at the moment that it is Jericho.
It's got to be.
Yeah, they're basically saying that the videos there's inklings backstage that he's re-signed with the company.
Well, this whole thing with I reported last week about him not being in WWE 12 and losing out on five figures. That's got to be a ruse. I mean, with the whole downloadable character thing that video games do now, I would not be surprised at all if they're just waiting for him to return so they can put him as a DLC and then try to cash in on it.
Like Money in the Bank. Just saying.
Except for not being wasted on somebody who's overrated.
Oh, you had to add that in, didn't you?
Yeah, you threw it a Lillian comment. I'll throw in a Daniel Bryan
Oh,
one.
well, why didn't they just give the Money in the Bank to Lillian then?
I'm not a supporter of that either. They should give it to Tony Chimmel. That's what they should.
Yeah, fair.
Oh man, if Lillian can do the voice crack, then I'll be perfectly fine.
If Lillian can show a crack. And let me reiterate, just because it's been said for the whole episode, fuck Lillian Garcia.
So yeah, I'm still thinking Jericho. Nothing is making me think that it's not Jericho. I mean, there's the rumors of Taker, there's the rumors of the whole Ryback thing, and Brodus and Kane, and
I
so on
don't
and
think they
so
would waste
forth.
that on Ryback
No, I don't think.
because that
Shane and
gimmick's going to
Stephanie.
fail. We know that for a fact.
And then we talked last week about the possibility of it being Shane and Stephanie, but to me, it's just pointing so hard at Jericho. So, are we all on the same page that this is just Jericho and they should just cut to the chase and have him come out?
Of
I'm
course, it's
sticking with
Jericho.
I'm sticking with Shane and Stephanie. They're coming back.
If it's not Jericho, then I think we should just get Dace to publicly like have himself on YouTube doing a hooker.
Okay, I
That
won't.
looks like Chris Jericho.
Get it in
Uh,
2012?
Get it in
Yeah,
2012. End of the world.
we'll get her to like dress up, have the Jericho jacket and the arms out, and he could just do it to break the walls down.
You know it, Jericho. It's Shane and Stephanie, hands down. I'm sticking with that.
Shane
That's
and
my story.
Stephanie?
Shane
I'm
and
saying
Stephanie.
Jericho.
I'm still going Jericho.
If it's not
I'm
Jericho, I'll publicly kiss Tony.
gonna start.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'll trade
Well,
you. If it's not Jericho, then you'll have to watch TNA Impact instead of me.
I do. I just watch it just in the hopes that it gets better.
That's not going to happen.
I fast forward it like a Divas match. Ooh.
So yeah, next week I'm assuming that there's going to be another 2012 video. I am desperately hoping that they don't just create another channel for this and make it another video of a ball rolling across the grass and a swing set and a kid sitting doing homework. So
You know what would be great? If they did a duck doing homework.
I would be perfectly fine with that. If a duck shows up at January 2nd and starts wrestling matches, I'm game.
They could get like Sheamus to train it. Just because he likes training small weird things. Like a Muppet. Just saying.
Wagga wagga wagga. You know.
So there goes the 2012 coverage for this week, and check back next week. I'm sure we'll have a whole lot to say about that. Hint, hint, sarcasm, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I don't expect anything to be really interesting until January 2nd, so bear with us. I can't force them to do anything different.
Yes, he can. He lies.
Pitch ideas on your works.
Yeah.
And then one more thing that I wanna say to people before we go off the air. Currently, I'm going to be starting a show up on YouTube, which I'm hoping Tony and Dace actually participate in. They haven't decided yet.
How much money?
Dace is obsessed with his hookers, and Tony keeps telling me that every answer's 4.
Damn it! I should have guessed that instead of Crush.
So basically, we've got a show that coming up called it's a spin-off of my blog, Nerd Genius, called Nerd Genius Rewriting the Book. So if you're a fan of wrestling, you don't like certain storylines, or you don't like the way something's being booked, and you really want to rebook it, send me an email at michaelburhan@nerdgenius.com. And
That's his Muslim email, by the way.
yeah, that's my Muslim email, michaelburhan@nerdgenius.com. And basically, give me a concept. You can rebook anything from the AWA to NWA, anything in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, ECW, Ring of Honor, New Japan, whatever the feud is that you want to do it, as long as you have a mic. If you want to do it by video, you can do it by camera as well, as long as it's coherent, as long as I can post it up. It has to be 10 minutes, and you have to explain why you want to do it, who you're booking for, and explain your process. But it has to be a certain feud. You can't just rebook a whole angle. It will have to be a feud. That's pretty much it. And as always, follow me on Twitter @Michael Burhan, and check out my blog at www.nerdgenius.com.
Check it out.
And it's not genius by the normal sense. It's GENIOUS. Dace, you wanna add anything?
Our first video for Uncensored is up, so check that out. That's huge for us. Trust me. And when you watch the video, you'll understand why.
It only took
It's
us.
actually literally funny.
It only
It's
took
really-
us 2 years and 5, 6 maybe attempts at a first video.
Over the course of 4 months.
To be fair, Dace and I are not to blame for that. Neither are Frank and the other people involved.
Just blame Tony. Everyone else does.
Yeah. So looks like that's in the can. Next week, is that actually the next week? Right around TLC's next week, isn't it?
Yep.
All right. So next week, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be reviewing the Slammy Awards, which is this upcoming 3-hour Raw special, talking about how WWE could figure out how to fuck that up.
Which they always do.
Then, obviously, if we have anything interesting, little tidbits going on throughout the week, we'll try to crunch those down and make that one little segment. I don't think we're really going to have too much time to go through a whole lot on that, because with TLC coming up, we'll be trying to give our predictions for each of the matches at TLC. So stay tuned for that. And that's about does it for episode 7. This has been a Smark Out Moment, and we're being counted out. See you next time.
I hear outros in my head. They call to me. They say we're done. They call to me. They say we're done.
Oh, these are getting worse and worse.